welcome back to Rooted in Muddy Waters podcast, your podcast for all things healing, growth, and enlightenment. Today, as you see, I have a wonderful, wonderful guest. This sister already knows what she means to me. She is amazing, and by the end of this podcast, you're going to want to find out where she at, what she doing, and how you can connect as well. Today, I have with me my sister, my Cancerian friend. Yes, we both Cancers.
That's right. That's right.
Tatrina White, aka my mushroom lady.
Yes.
The owner and founder and creator of the purple mushroom. Hi, Tatrina.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy.
I'm glad you invited me. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
Great,
Yes,
great.
yes.
So for the audience, can you just give us a little bit about yourself, a little history as far as how you got into mushrooms?
Right. So, as you so eloquently put it, I'm Tatrina White with the Purple Mushroom, which is an indoor urban mushroom farm located in Columbia. I started matter of fact, this is my 6th year.
Ooh.
This is my 6th year anniversary coming up on March 21st. And I started by the need. I needed to fill this particular niche. I was looking for mushrooms. My story is I was looking to make a change in my diet. And I was looking for blue oyster mushrooms specifically. And I couldn't find them. So I made some calls, and long story short, I started growing for myself and others. I was good at it, so I decided to start selling them. That went well, and now I have my own spot, which is a 4,000 square foot warehouse space. Now, I don't grow in the whole space, but we're making our way, as well as a side where we teach how to grow mushrooms as well.
Great, awesome. So was it did you know people around you locally that was growing mushrooms and you were able to connect with them, or you just literally the sprinkle, the one little sprinkle
just
on the cupcake?
Just that one.
Just that one.
Just that one.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of anybody around me. And I didn't go actively looking for anyone either. I just knew what I wanted to do. And so I started, inside my home. And after a few years, I knew that this, couldn't stay in my house forever. And I moved into a bigger space. Now, after I, got started, I realized I needed to go back to educate myself, and I did. And I found some mentors and some teachers along the way.
Okay. But I think that's a part of the journey is you get into something because you have a need for it and you really want to start doing it, and being able to cultivate it and grow it. Be wait a minute, I got more I need to learn before I continue on this path. So I think that's all a part of the journey, because with me, I was just doing stuff for herbalism. I was just doing stuff for my family. I'm whoa, wait a minute. I need to really nurture this
and get in, get into it and grow it. And still today, I still spend money to continue to stay on research and educate myself, and probably, forever, as long as I'm in this business.
Exactly. Because, even though it's I've seen many things that says mushrooms aren't plant or animal, right? But still in its own right, it's everlasting education or learning behind it, because there's always more mushrooms being discovered. There's more properties that is being discovered on what they can do and how they can be used. So just like herbalism is people's well, are you an expert? I'm I'm a teacher, but I'm still a student.
Absolutely.
I'm always going to be a student, because there's always so much more to learn.
And I tell people, even when they come to my class, I'm no mushroom guru. I'm no expert, but I've learned some things along the way, and I just wanted to share that with you. And no, it's not a plant. It's not an animal, and they have their own funky kingdom. And they do their thing. And it's time for them to stand front and center, and expose the properties and the health benefits of the mushrooms. Most people are oh no, I was told not to pick up. They don't even want to pick up a mushroom, and we have to get past that.
Okay. So now that you brought that up, the benefits. Let's go into the benefits of mushrooms. So you know, a very popular one that everyone talks about, of course, is lion's mane, because they know lion's mane is good for brain function and memory. So that's like a one that people, at least in my experience, tend to gravitate towards. There's so many others out there that can give us other benefits. Can you tell us?
There are many. Yeah. So you know, lion's mane is very popular, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. Lion's mane is one of the medicinal and gourmet mushrooms that can straddle both categories. Okay. So it's an edible gourmet mushroom, and it falls on the medicinal side of the spectrum as well. And then, you know, my favorite 5 is going to be chaga, you know, which is really, it's definitely not a gourmet mushroom. It grows on the side of birch tree. It's a comb, you know, it's, you know, you're not going to eat that. But it has some wonderful body assisting, I don't use the word healing, assisting properties. So it assists the body in different things. Inflammation, you know, is a big one. It's great for gut health. Is another one. And of course, the one that people always ask about is cordyceps. And so you have cordyceps sinensis, and then you have cordyceps militaris. And militaris is the one that I cultivate indoors. Wonderful energy, strength, endurance. A lot of athletes use it. It's really good for that. Libido as well. If, you know, if someone is struggling with that, you know, there you go. But make sure you match in energy. So no need for you to take it and the other person isn't. So we have turkey tail. Some wonderful things are coming out with turkey tail, and they call it chemo compatible. So, you know, you have something that's breaking down the body like chemotherapy. You have introduced turkey tail, which helps the body to repair itself, which is a wonderful one. And anybody going through that process or know someone, you know, look into it. So, you know, do your own research, but definitely grab some. Red reishi, that's one of my favorites. It's good for anxiety. It's antiviral, anti-inflammatory as well. People use it for stress. They call it an adaptogenic. All 5 of those that I just mentioned fall underneath that category. And those are my top 5. But, you know, just the blue oyster mushroom is good, you know? And so when you can add that to your diet, it has, you know, vitamin D, minerals. It has a lot of the stuff that the body requires. And one of the special things about the oyster mushroom, even after harvesting, you can take it and like place it in the sun, and it'll activate more vitamin D in the mushroom, so you can, you know, put it in the body. But one thing I always tell people, make sure you expose it to heat. You know, make sure you cook your mushrooms. Don't go around picking up mushrooms and just, you know, placing it in the mouth without exposing it to heat.
Yeah, I remember you told me that you was like, never eat raw mushrooms. I'm like,
just don't.
And I started thinking about how people be putting mushrooms, like raw mushrooms, on their salads.
They do it all the time.
I'm like,
they do it all the time. Yeah. So we don't want to do that.
So it does it's better, so the body absorbs when you put heat to it. It opens it up so that you can absorb what it needs to absorb through the body.
Right.
Gotcha.
You know, because it has a outing, you know, called chitin.
Okay.
And we want to, you know, break that and, you know, let out the ergosols and the beta glucans and all that goodness into the body. And so when it's you know, not trapped, but when it's enclosed, encased in that, and that's the same thing that's on lobster and crabs. And so you expose it to heat, break it down, the body can absorb it.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
So yes, I'm gonna take some of this delicious hibiscus tea. I need to go get yourself some.
Alrighty. Let's see. Where was I? So are all mushrooms? So you just said that not all of them are edible, right?
No, not all mushrooms are edible.
Gotcha.
No, and when you're dealing with medicinal mushrooms, reishi is not. You know, I guess you can eat it if you want to, but it's really not. You know, it has a hard shell to it.
Okay.
Chaga does. You know, isn't really edible. Lion's mane, you can eat it. Turkey tail, once again, it's harder. It's it's not going to be tasty.
Yeah.
But you can dehydrate them and make them into powders and include them into different things.
Smoothies, stuff like that. Okay. So I know it's like probably like thousands species of mushrooms, right?
I'm sure many that have.
Like, how many have you personally come across other than your 5 that you like?
Well, it's been several. But my long-term goal in my 3-year plan is I want to travel.
Okay.
To come in contact with more different species, collect the spores, and do my best to cultivate them here. I want to, touch as many, find as many, deal with as many, and just check out as many mushrooms as I can. I've come in contact with, a few different, maybe 60, 70, maybe even more, mushrooms. But, not for me, just visiting different places and coming in contact with the mushrooms. And that's the best thing about being in this particular niche is because it's always growing. Somebody somewhere is always doing something different. With the mushrooms, I mean, every day is like a new, like, oh, wow, and they have micro remediation that's, clearing up different spills or, something that's in the environment. Don't know too much about it, but I know it's, it's here. And,
so like using mushrooms to like clean up oil spills and deal with like pollution and stuff like
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I can see that because mushrooms are very, many of them are very aggressive and advantageous. So, I have a class coming up where we're just going to do, scrap growing. We're gonna scrap it. We're gonna bring our Amazon boxes. We're gonna bring some books, t-shirts, and we're gonna do some scrap stuff. And we're gonna grow mushrooms out of it. And we can, once again, they are decomposers. So they do their thing. And so that's my goal.
I think that'll be amazing because like every month I always try to, like when I go to put the trash can to the road and we probably got like 1 bag in the trash can for a week, I was like, yes. Yeah. Because we're cutting down on waste.
Nice.
Because it's like, I'm like, what? Like, why everybody trash can so full? Like, y'all, like, we are just very wasteful people.
And we are.
And I'm like, if we can do anything to cut down on waste, whether it be recycle our jars or not to get so many things that's in plastic or, like you said, reuse the boxes that we get from Amazon or anywhere else. Shred them up and use them for packing or whatever. Yes. But when I put our trash can to the road or my husband does, and I'm like, is the trash can full? He was like, no. Like, I'd be like, yes, like we did it this week. This week we were able to cut down on how wasteful we're being.
We are, but I know I'm my household is guilty. We run through way too much trash. And it's just, trying to handle this eating machine I have in the house and just run through cereal, just run through stuff.
Growing boys.
Oh my goodness. So, but anyway, we can cut back is definitely a good thing. Even the smallest of things that you can do will contribute to the society. I take it very seriously and a personal challenge to find my inventory close so I can cut down on my footprint instead of trucking everything all around. And so it's definitely something that I'm working hard to.
Yeah, that's something I've been working on doing too, but it's been harder than I thought it would be.
It is.
Oh, excuse me. It's been harder than I thought it would be. Like, there's not that many farms locally that grow the things that I have or that I need. So like that's been kind of difficult. I'm like, okay, but
Sound like you need to fill a niche to me.
Yeah. Sean, give me something else to do, y'all.
Sound like a niche that needs to be filled.
But like I know of, I think I was able to reach out to one farm in like the Swansea area, and but it's like, of course they grow things within season or around a certain time. So like out of season, what if I need it out of season? So like just trying to figure out how to navigate that as far as, like you said, like cutting down your footprint. But I feel like when it comes to herbs, it's just been more difficult than I thought it would be. For sure. I was able to find you, connect with you to get my mushrooms.
Right.
For our mushroom supplements, but some herbs have been hard to find locally for sure.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine. If blue oyster mushrooms would, I can only imagine what the herb world is looking like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, once again, if you can't find it,
try to give me something else
that
to
is
do.
you.
You try to give me something else to do. Oh no.
If it's not there, then you're gonna have to place it there.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure other people also want to do the same thing, but it's just.
And it's just that you wouldn't think. You know, we take it for granted that we can just go to the grocery store or go to the farmer's market. We can get what we want. And many times you come away with a good amount, but when you're looking for something specific, you're not the only one looking for that. So,
yeah.
Here I am. Here I am. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So, what would be when we talk about like the medicinal mushrooms, what would be the best way for the body to absorb it? Would it be through cooking? Would it be through powder? Would it be through like teas? I know you also have her own line of mushroom coffee that my husband is in love with. You drink that thing every day.
Yes.
Every single day. So that's how he drinks before bed, which I'm like, who drinks coffee before bed?
Oh, he's good. He's a good one.
My mom used to do that.
Coffee before bed?
My mom, well, she probably still does it. My mom would drink coffee and eat some roasted peanuts. That's her snack before bed.
Is that right?
Just about every night.
Oh, no.
And every now and then, AJ does the exact same thing. I'm like, what you drinking? Tea? He was like, no, coffee. I'm like, coffee before bed.
I have a cutoff time.
It still has no problem going to sleep. It still has no problem going to sleep. So, yeah.
So, yeah, several different products, and what we were talking about,
the best way for the body to absorb
the
medicinal properties.
So I used to tell everyone, I'm gonna approach it a couple different ways. So if you're looking to handle something, whether it be anxiety or depression, or if you're looking to actually handle something, then I believe the best way to take it is through a tincture.
Okay.
It's already broken down to a point that the body can absorb it, and it will give you, it's the most potent way and beneficial way for the body to receive what it needs. And then you have to look at dosage. If you are looking to have a maintain and you just want to keep it in your body, you can use a powder in your smoothie, it's cool. You can use it in a tea or a coffee blend. I also have it mixed in honey, where you can use it, the honey. Now, it's not cooking honey. It's apothecary honey. So you're going to use it for medicinal purposes. And always eating mushrooms. The more you can incorporate in your diet is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. If you're just looking for a way to maintain and have the benefits of mushrooms in your diet, eating it is fine. Finding some type of supplement is good. But if you are on a journey to have something handled in the body, then a tincture is good. You can also take some capsules. But I believe that in order to get it in the body, it should be either a tincture or have it heated to where it's hot.
Same with herbs, yeah.
Right. So you want it hot as, in that form to put into the body. But if you just, like me, I just want to eat some mushrooms. I enjoy it. I want to take out meat certain parts of the day. I want to do a mushroom Monday is cool, or a meatless Wednesday is fine, and you can get that as well. So I hope that answered the question.
It did.
Ramble on.
It's fine. Trust me. I'm pretty sure they've heard me ramble on plenty of videos. I'm like, okay, let's get back to the point, because I'll go off on a tangent.
I'll go all the way off on a tangent. Yeah.
I know my children get on my. I be explaining something to them. They probably be like, "Mama, I get it. Can you?" I'm like, no, I gotta get it all off. I gotta get it all off.
And then remember a point, and then come back to the same conversation again.
Exactly. So where do you see the future of like mushroom cultivation? I know we mentioned it being able to, clean up oil spills and, cut down on waste and things like that. But like, where do you see the cultivation, the future for cultivating mushrooms?
I think we're just really sticking a toe in the water. It is. This is going to be a growing business for years. Mushrooms make their way in a little bit, and then they'll fall back. But now it's really making a boom into it because people are becoming more health conscious. They want to know, not only that, they want to know where their food is coming from. And so they want to know who's grown it, where is it coming from, and I truly believe that it's just at the cusp of where it needs to be. There's several different ways to enter into mushroom cultivation. Whether you're just providing blocks for people to grow, or if you're going all the way through to fruiting mushrooms. And I could see it, being a localized type business. They're perishable. They really are. So either you grow and you have somewhere for your mushrooms to go. I don't know if many people that just grown just to grow them. Of course, you have other outs. You can dehydrate them and such. But mushroom cultivation, I truly believe that we're just cracking the door on it, especially here in South Carolina. So we're really just cracking the door. And I know there are different spots, across South Carolina that have people growing, but we're really just opening the door. I met a mushroom grower yesterday that stopped by, and really nice guy. Shout out to Dylan. He also sells mushrooms. But the reason I shouted Dylan out is because usually in the mushroom, in different businesses, people will see that as your competition. But when you're able to link up in this business and use each other as a resource,
yes,
this is where we all win. We all grow. And so having Dylan as a resource is good. He having me as a resource is wonderful. And that's how I hope it to, have it to continue. Yeah. We don't have to,
That's my thing. I've had other people that make similar products to me, similar products to mine. Like I've had one person, not multiple people, but one person for sure, come to me. He was like, "Oh, I gotta go check out my competition." I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "I am not your competition.
Not at all."
We serve two different types of people. Your products have CBD in it, mine don't.
Right.
We're like, and we don't have to be each other's competition.
We are not. We can definitely be a resource.
Exactly. Like, oh, somebody comes to me and like they need CBD products. Oh, here she go.
Right.
I don't dabble in CBD, but this person does. Oh, somebody comes to me. You already know how I am with you. Somebody come to me. Oh, I see you have the mushroom supplements in. Like, do you know where I can get some mushrooms? Sure can. Purple mushroom.
And I appreciate it because they come and tell me that you sent them my way.
Here go her information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I let everybody know when they get my supplements, they are locally grown and sourced locally here in Columbia.
Right. From
my girl, the purple mushroom. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, like people that automatically see people doing something similar to them and they automatically think that, oh, that's my competition, you've already lost.
Yeah.
You've already lost the game because you have that mindset that, oh, like this person is my competition. I got to figure out how to beat them. No, let's work together. Because as we do that, we're building and growing the consciousness of everybody around us.
And we're all winning. And those people come from a scarcity mindset. And when you have, there's no winning with that crowd. When you have someone who just feels it's just not enough for everyone, that can be an issue. And those people I'm very standoffish from. I'm very standoffish because I just don't want to be there because I personally know it's enough for everybody. I'm not rocking up the mushroom world. I'm doing what I'm doing. He's doing what he's doing. Someone is doing what they're doing, and we are just fine. And so when you were able to really have a like-minded group of people that are actually out here for the wellness of people, and a betterment of the community, and just doing your thing, it moves along so much better. So much better.
Yes.
Did you see such and such as growing mushrooms? Hey, I wish them the best.
Yeah.
Call me if you need me. Let me know.
Yeah.
And So yeah, it's a good vibe in the mushroom world
Yeah.
so far. You know, I'm sure some other people out here, but so far it's a good vibe in it.
Yeah, 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 and that's why me and you we here because, like you said, like everybody, it's enough for everybody to win. We all can win.
We all can win.
Like all the people that are in Columbia or in South Carolina, period. You can't service everybody.
Not everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I can't service everybody. So
No.
yes, like it needs to be more of us. It needs to be multiple of us.
Multiple people doing positive things. And you know, like I said, mushrooms are perishable.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you growing tons, you have to be selling tons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the thing. I'm not looking to be the biggest, but I am definitely trying to be one of the best.
Oh,
so you know, so I'm gonna
she already
continue
is.
to excel.
Already
continue to learn and research and bring the information back to the community and share it amongst the people.
Mm-hmm.
Just having conversations. You know, I love vending. I love talking to the people. They have questions I want to answer. And once again, you know, my brick and mortar store, when we hold classes, I like to share the information.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, awesome. So someone that's just now getting into mushrooms, not even growing them, but like getting into mushrooms as far as using them for medicinal or for culinary purposes.
Right.
What would you say they should be aware of or have an eye out for when it comes to purchasing or getting mushrooms?
That's one of that's a very good question. On the medicinal side, there's so many supplements popping up. Like I told you, the door is just cracking open. People are just flooding in with all kinds of stuff. You want to have somebody who has, at least if you know someone local, you can purchase from your local person. I'm going to preach local all through everything because I believe in supporting your local farmers, your local herbalists, your local shops. If you know someone who's local, check them out because they can teach you exactly how to use it, what you're doing, and if you have questions, you always can come back. You know, if you buy them offline, just make sure that, you know, check out the reviews. How long they been out? You know, where they shipping from? You know, so you just want to find somewhere local when it comes to supplements. Don't overdo it. More is not better. You don't have to have every mushroom supplement. You know, just find one that works for you. You know, and you know, if you don't know, just try that one for 30 days. You're not feeling it, toss it, try another one, but don't overdo it. On the medicinal side, if you're starting out, make sure you do your research. Learn for yourself what you're working with. You know, if you're looking for something for recall or focus and clarity, you know that's what you're trying to address. Then deal with the mushroom that address that. Deal with the herb that addresses that issue. And if you can find a mushroom and a herb combined together, then maybe you're winning all the way around. Yeah. But make sure you're buying from a reputable person. That's what I would start with. And if you're talking about culinary, go all in. Try all the mushrooms. And try, every meal. Just get the mushroom. Don't even know. Just get it and bring it home and then look for a recipe to go with it. Because it can be, you know, when you see the mushrooms, and it's funny, I like when people come in here, it's like, ooh, I never bought them like this, so what do I do with them? We're going to cook these mushrooms. We're going to eat them. We're going to saute them. We are going to
bread them, fry them.
We're going to bread them, bake them, fry them. We're going to eat them with eggs, grits, and rice. We're going to eat these mushrooms. There's nothing, look, put some onions and peppers in it and rock with it. What it's going to taste like, onions and peppers.
And whatever seasoning you add in there.
You throw in there, they're going to be good. And so don't be afraid. I'm talking when you see any mushroom, then just get it and go. Get it and work with it.
Yeah, Pinterest is my favorite place to go. I love going on Pinterest looking for recipes. Yeah. I'm like, oh. And most of the time it'd be recipes for meat, like chicken and stuff, and I don't eat meat. But I was like, oh, I can do that with mushrooms.
Yeah, you can.
I can do that with mushrooms.
I'm on Instagram right now. I'm just looking at all these people. I'm like, did they just really make steak out of lion's mane?
Oh yes,
okay.
We did that once with your lion's mane, and we ate it with some fresh green beans and some mashed potatoes, and I made a little bit of gravy.
There we go.
Tore it up.
I love it.
You already know Elijah think we supposed to eat mushrooms every day.
And you should. So I'm rooting for him. Baby, if you see this, I be trying to send you mushrooms.
You think we should eat mushrooms every single day?
You should.
I cooked the dish yesterday. He said, "Mom, you put mushrooms in it?"
See, I need him on my commercial right now.
I'm like, no mushrooms today. I'm like, today's Sunday. I ain't bothering Trina about no mushrooms
I'm talking
today.
about that's the perfect day for mushrooms.
Every day. Mom, can I have a quesadilla, mushroom with quesadilla? Quesadilla with mushrooms in it. That boy loves some mushrooms. And he'll just, like, I don't even got to chop them up. Like, he'll just eat, like, the whole, like, he don't want them chopped up. He just wants you to cook it, and then he just eats it.
Just give it to me.
Why he don't want to chop
mushroom up?
Yeah,
Let me see what I'm eating. Just give me the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
People like, do you eat the stems? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Surely do.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing.
So yeah, don't be intimidated. Try all the mushrooms that you possibly can try. Supplements, make sure it's coming from a reputable individual, and don't do too much. Don't go over the top.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty. So, is there anything that you would like to share? Anything that you would like to share with our listeners?
Oh my goodness! Make sure y'all support my sister. Come on over here.
Buy
up some herbs.
I talking about you.
Oh, me. Oh yeah, stop by and get some mushrooms for me too.
Gotcha.
But I do have a class coming up for the grown folks. It's going to be on April 20th.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about dosage. We're going to talk
I
about
didn't even ask about that. I'm pretty sure everybody wondering, like, when she going to ask about the special mushrooms, even though all mushrooms are special.
All mushrooms are special.
But the special mushrooms.
Yeah, it's not a time that I'm in public that I'm not asked about the special mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I heard about those magical mushrooms. And I always come back with, all mushrooms are magic. So we can break down the conversation. I don't need to be leaving out here and,
Trina said.
Okay. But yeah, I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter of research mushrooms. I believe that they have their position in place in the medical field, medical world, in the healing world, in regards to PTSD, depression, even addiction. But I'm also an advocate of doing it properly. So many times people are like, well, yeah, I want to microdose, and I just ate like a whole bar of chocolate. Ma'am, sir, that's incorrect. So if you're going to go down that path, let's just go ahead and grab some education with it. So 420 is going to be the class. I'm going to have that, and we're going to talk about dosage.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the special mushrooms, and we're going to talk about medicinal mushrooms as well. Well, it's not working for me. Well, how are you taking it?
How long have you been taking it?
How long have you been taking it? It's not a Tylenol. It's not going to just knock this headache out. And so herbals and adaptogenic items work differently than pharmaceuticals. So let's just talk about the proper way to take the mushrooms for medicinal and health benefits. And so 420, we're going to address that. Okay. We're going to talk about this elephant in the room. Okay. We're going to talk about the magic of all mushrooms and proper dosage. Where are they legal? What does South Carolina say about it? How we, where can one come across certain things? What state? What do we have to do to get there? So we're going to talk about those things on 420. Okay. So this is a class that's coming up. Okay. So seating is limited, and I'm going to have the tickets come online, in a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
All right. As soon as they come on, I'll be sharing, blasting it for everybody to see.
Yes. So it's going to be a small class, but it's going to be a very informative class.
Yeah, because I've had people come and ask me, and I'm like, that ain't my area. No, that's not my area. You gotta talk to the purple mushroom,
I don't mind talking to you about
someone who is more in that space.
Yeah.
Because I most definitely am not.
And
so.
if you in the mushroom space, you're in that mushroom space, knowledge wise, because you know it comes up.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't just stick your head in the hole like, oh, I don't want to hear about it. You know, you educate yourself on all the aspects
of mushrooms. Yeah. I feel that. I'm the same way with herbalism. Like I've had, you know, with so much happening as far as these so-called laws being changed and all the things, and there are herbs that assist with, you know, abortions, or is there a way for me to, if I have a miscarriage, is there a way to naturally get rid of, you know, my, you know, the flesh from the fetus, from the body, and there's herbs that do that naturally, you know. So, but again, like, I wouldn't just go out and do it if you don't do the research to be able to do it. Always do the research. Always do your due diligence. I tell people all the time, don't take my word for it.
No.
Try to prove me wrong.
Go ahead and do your research.
Do your research and try to prove me wrong in what I'm saying.
You know, and I mention stuff as like, you know, this is the mushroom for that. Do you sell it? I do not. But you can do the research and work your way around it, you know. But here's the information, and you can do with it what you will. So that's a powerful one. Research, read, find out for yourself.
Yes, most definitely. But thank you so much, Trina, for coming and talk to me
Thank you for having me
on my podcast.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see how this is gonna come out.
Yeah, so let the people know where they can find you. It's the Purple Mushroom SC on Instagram, as well as Facebook.
As well as Facebook, it's a Purple Mushroom SC. I am located at 618 Prescott Road in Columbia. It is a 2-story tan metal building. Don't get excited before you come popping up. It's my appointments only because I'm in and out, and so I may not be there. So just let me know. And the website is thepurplemushroom.com. Any questions, I welcome them.
All right.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me, tell me that Tomekia send you, and you might have a little discount in there for you.
well, y'all better listen. No, don't discount. Full price. Full price over here. Pay full price to my girl. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of Rooted in Muddy podcast, your podcast for all things healing, growth, and enlightenment. See you next time.
Thank you.
Peace.